What are some unspoken rules of Shrek's? Cut sand down any fingernails you plan to put inside another person. Greet your opponent respectfully before the match. To all the cowgirls out there, dongs are breakable, be a bit gentle. Pee after Shrek so you don't get an HDMI? Never tell a woman, "Oh, but I didn't have an issue with this with my exes." This was when I tried to tell him. Again. But while after Shrek said he was just rubbing my VJ wrong, he was practically jabbing it with his thumb like it was an elevator button. Every woman is different. Please do not go faster/harder if you can tell I am about to do exactly what you were doing that got me there. Sincerely, my VJ. Don't start talking about your ex or your kids at any point in proceedings. For frick's sake, switch condoms every time you switch holes. Don't laugh at voice cracks during moans. Hygiene. That is all. If you're enjoying something, just enjoy it, and don't ask them where they learned to do it. If your partner tells you to keep going or that what you're doing feels amazing, then do not change anything. Don't go harder or faster. Keep doing it exactly how you are doing it. Don't get their name wrong. Give them a hug and kiss afterwards. It helps. Laughing is okay. Laughing and pointing, not so much. Don't talk about your ex while you're fricking. Wash towel next to the bed. If you want to get busy BDSM style, you gotta have a detailed and frank discussion about it with a Shreksual partner first. You need to know each other's likes, dislikes, goals, soft nose, hard nose, what names they like, what names they don't like, and what safe words you will both have. Do your homework. If you go to Pooh's house, don't be surprised if Pooh is there. Try not to in her hair before you're going out. Don't be stingy with foreplay. Remove all animals from the room. It's weird as frick to make eye contact with a cat mid-Shreks, especially when they never look away. If she doesn't want you to use a condom, you should definitely use a condom. It's only fun if you're both having a good time. Don't ask for a BJ without washing your dong. B-job is not meant literally. All animals out of the room and we shut the door before we start. Animals do some creepy ass weird shit if left in the room. We have found. I came here to say my coworker male asked me today if it was gay to have anal Shreks with your girlfriend. I thought some of y'all might get a kick out of that. Take your time warming up before anal. Do not go from anal Shreks to VJL Shreks. Pee before, pee after. If you want a B-job, wash the junk first. Posted this before, but it bears repeating. Wash your ass, literally. Use water and soap on your bunghole. Don't rely on paper alone. Nothing ruins doggy like hot fetish shoot stank right in the face when she bends over. And who wants to suck a dong that's 2 inches from yesterday's breakfast? Wash your ass. If a girl queefs, ignore it. No unloading the seat in the lady unless a lady consents. Trim and file your fingernails the day before having Shreks. Trust me on this one. If you're going to suck a vibrator seductively, turn the freaking thing off first. If your girlfriend cracks a tooth on a vibrator, don't laugh. Be honest with your period lol. I went down on a girl in college in the dark and it tasted very irony. I woke up the next morning looking like the Joker with dried blood on my face. My sheets looked like a baby alien blew out of someone's chest. Pee after Yafrik. It's okay if the guy ums fast. We won't make fun of you for it. Guys stress about that more than us girls. If anything, it can be flattering. However, as long as he gets us off other ways, mouth, fingers, toys, another round, etc. and not just in Shreks. This will only lead to us not wanting to have Shreks with you anymore, which leads to guys wondering why they can't get laid. Being selfish in bed will get you replaced. Don't do it with people you're related to. Virgins reading this like. As a guy, what I always do is make sure to do a lot of soft caressing during Shreks, like running my hands up her back into her hair and back down. Also neck kisses and little things like that. I've had girls leave scratch marks on my back from stuff like that. Unless they're into rough stuff, then ask them what they like and dislike and have fun. Never had a bad experience ever since I was given this advice from a girl. Maintain a sense of humor at all times. You're just a couple, or several, of hairless, overthinking bonobos and all of you look ridiculous. Always bring your own protection. Motherfricker could be lying. If it feels too good, check the condom lol. So apparently, do not pull out anal-buds like you're starting a lawnmower. The best kind of sensual is consensual. It's better to please than be pleased. If both parties take this approach, it can be mind-blowing. Always high five after. Nobody believes you when you say oops, wrong hole. If you ask to do something and they are hesitant, but say yes, talk about it more and make sure they are truly comfortable. If it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell no. If I've put time and energy into giving you an excellent blast off, let's hear it. Don't be one of those stingy, stoic guys who grunt a couple of times at the finish line. Don't ask a woman to brush her teeth after she's given you a B-job before you'll kiss her. She will cry. And also, she's just had your dong in her mouth. To be fair, 25-year-old me didn't know he was going to lose his virginity that night. But still, learn that one real quick. Was real awkward. Preheat the oven, don't just shove it in. Never fart if a girl is giving you a B-job. All stuffed animals off the bed. They don't need to see this. Context. I am 20F and sleep with a cuddly toy. She never sleeps in the wet spot. Even when you are clean, you'll still have a natural body odor of some kind. Don't talk about it. Don't frick people who are too drunk to walk or drive. Courtesy wash your genitals before Shreks, especially if oral will be involved. Remember that consent can be withdrawn without words. If they don't seem immediate or are freezing up, stop and ask if they are okay. Safe words help as well. Pee after Shreks, always. Put a towel down first so no one has to sleep in the wet spot. Remember, toys are your teammate, not your competition. Discuss your Shreksual likes and dislikes, including what you like in foreplay, during and after care. Don't put pop rocks in your VJ and have Shreks. It does not feel good for anyone and you will get a raging yeast infection. I do not know this from personal experience. In and out. Remember that. Don't eat flaming hot Cheetos before Shreks. Do not try to reenact any low-budget pee and shoot you have watched. Yes, I'm looking at you, Tyrone. Don't bite my dong off, sad face. Use more lube than you'll think you'll need. Lube is easier to clean up than blood. If you want to do something kinky that you've never done with that person, or never explicitly talked about, start slow. We hear the choked out of nowhere horror stories surprisingly often in comments. It's always people going 0 to 100 and scaring the shit out of their partner. For that example, you start with like a playful, gentle grab of the neck. See how your partner responds or ask if you're not sure. Then you kinda work up in stages until you reach the limit of what's comfortable, or ideally what feels best. You know, instead of helping someone live their nightmares. I think people would be more willing to explore if these shoot-the experiences weren't so common. The partner that doesn't get an orgasm out of it is sooner or later going to be trying to rush through Shreks as quickly as possible. They won't want foreplay and they'll be happy for you to come quick. Why doesn't my partner want Shreks? This is why. Not a single rule should go unspoken, with the exception of mutual respect. Ask questions and make clear boundaries before, during, and after. Want to try something? Ask. Not comfortable with something? Tell them. Shouldn't be unspoken, but communication. The boring parts probably matter to the other person. Truly don't be selfish and be bored at times. In fact, be really bored for a while. You will get your kicks. Sniff it before you lick it. That all the rules need to be spoken. There's no shame in a gentleman's wash. Cut your nails. Don't be stingy on the foreplay. Listen to your partner. Just because you find the VJ doesn't mean you have to beat it to death. I've learned this isn't universal apparently. It's not over until all parties at least once. You always, and I mean always, clean up after finishing on her. Do not make her clean it up herself. The Crocs stay on. Always. This one is really specific, but if you're gay, about to have sporadic Shreks with your partner, and the bathroom is close to the bedroom, either ignore the sounds of douching, or turn on some music. Also, if you're trying anal for the first time, sometimes accidents happen. Be prepared for that. Don't be the jerk that starts calling attention to it. Heard a horror story that a guy asked his girlfriend to do anal. She did, and he broke up with her because there was a little poo. It's like, bruh, you wanted to do it. Lube is more often than not a good idea. Even in VJL Shreks, more lubrication is better. Every VJ operates differently, and often won't self-lubricate as well as you think they will. Plus, it helps keep condoms from breaking. If nothing else, it can provide a sensual moment of application. For anal Shreks, it's an absolute necessity, and if you don't know that already, you shouldn't be having anal Shreks. And for oral, flavored lube can make it more pleasurable for the person performing, which makes it so much better. And I've found flavored lube on average tastes better than flavored condoms. Definitely test the flavors first if you can though. I'd actually recommend a good flavored lube above any other, because most standard lube tastes a little funny and can dampen the mood.